Breaking news right now out of Midtown. A manhunt underway for the person who has shot 3 people.
And they want folks to stay out of that area. So the scene unfolding as we speak is near Peachtree Street and 14th Street. Police are asking folks in that area to stay off the roadways, specifically in these areas. Listen up here, between 12th Street and Peachtree Street Northeast and 15th Street and West Peachtree Street Northwest. And we know that 3 people have been shot, Jennifer. We know that. That's what we're getting from APD. And the shooter is still on the run.
That's right. And this is a live look right now from the Georgia Department of Transportation camera. This is the intersection of Peachtree Street and 14th Street. You can certainly see a very active police presence out there. We have seen some movement, what looks like it maybe with some tactical units and some cars moving as well. So this is a very active situation. Atlanta police have tweeted information out about this, saying that this is an active situation. And again, Ron, as you mentioned, they are asking people to avoid these areas in Midtown.
Altogether. And so normally when there's a police tactical situation like this, they're trying to canvass the area and pinpoint the last location of the suspect. So that's why they have some of these officers at various corners, and they want citizens, other citizens, to stay away. If they have an idea of where the shooter is, if they can box that person in and contain them to that area, it makes their job a whole lot easier. And we saw this, Jennifer, on this GDOT camera, what appeared to be, but it has not been confirmed, it looked like a tactical team was coming together, trying to come up with a game plan, and then moving up the street.
All right, and so here's some new video that we just have coming in. It looks like some images from the Midtown area. We do have a crew that is out there on the scene working together, new details and information. You see, it looks as if other law enforcement entities have responded here as well. In addition to Atlanta police, we saw some vehicles from Georgia Tech, and it appears to be Georgia State University police out there as well. And Ron, that's something that we see frequently when we do have situations like this. You see a Georgia Tech police cruiser there. You see other entities responding and coming together all together at once.
Absolutely. So APD is probably calling in mutual aid to try to get other agencies there involved. And Jennifer, this is, as you know, a very fluid situation. I believe that 11 Alive's Joe Hankey's on the scene right now with the very latest. So Joe, what can you tell us from your perspective, where you are and what do you see?
We're on right now. We're at 14th and Peachtree here in front of Colony Square. And as you mentioned, very active scene. We're seeing not only Atlanta police out here, but local universities as well as the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Many of those officers right now are in tactical gear. And as you see right there, moving around the area. Apologize for the sound, but very active scene. They're moving quickly through the area from time to time, moving their squad cars. They've been investigating quite a few different areas. I want to show you off to the side here. This is the front of Colony Square. For about a half hour, 45 minutes, officers were heavily focused on Colony Square. There we saw several officers, K-9 units, officers with long guns, and once again, as I mentioned, in tactical gear, going into Colony Square. And then a short time later, we saw them very slowly pull out. They then went down 14th Street. They then went down 14th Street here behind me. There's a hotel, parking garage, and some other places down there, a restaurant. Officers in their tactical gear, again with long guns drawn, were going down 14th Street there where they were focused. We then saw them huddling up. Looked like they were sort of getting a game plan together, and now we see quite a few officers heading towards what would be 75 down 14th Street here. We're not sure where exactly they're headed. We'll try to get some information. I see them going at least 2-3 blocks down the road there and now out of sight. So that's what we're seeing right now, is an active scene here from officers. We see some of the Fulton County Sheriff's deputies, actually Fulton County Marshals now. They are leaving Colony Square as well. We are seeing, residents out here in the area, people working. We're seeing them in their windows, storefronts. They're looking at the area here. For some time, officers were letting people just walk up and down the sidewalks here. There was a lot of traffic here on Peachtree and 14th Street until about a half hour ago. And then traffic officers really shut down this area in a 1-2 block radius. So no traffic here right now, that they have the situation under control here, but we're waiting for any confirmation of whether anyone related to the situation, the shooting, has been found. Right now we can send it back to you in studio.
Okay, Joe, I know you just got there on the scene and you're gathering as we're speaking right now. We have been reporting that 3 people have been shot, 3 people injured. Have you seen an ambulance there? Have you seen fire crews working on any potential victims?
So that's one thing we did notice right when we arrived here about maybe 45 minutes, an hour ago, was down Peachtree Street here. I believe it was about 1100 Peachtree. There's a high rise there. At that time, we saw 2 Atlanta fire trucks and I believe it was an ambulance. I believe it was a Grady ambulance. And EMTs and firefighters were putting on black vests. They look similar. I don't know if they definitely were bulletproof vests, but they look similar to those style vests. And they were going in to that high rise in the attached parking garage there. A short time later, we did see an ambulance with its lights and sirens leaving that high rise. No confirmation, though, of whether anyone is in that ambulance, but that is what we saw outside of that building. Once again, that was about an hour ago that they were stationed outside the building. It was about 15 minutes ago when the ambulance was leaving that building.
All right, Joe, thank you.